living in you was living in the suburbs. You had a condo in the hills with a drop top BMW. But no, you gotta go back to you gotta try to go keep it real with people who was never keeping it real with you. They was always fake and phony from the get-go. You took your eyes off God. You know what I'm saying? You get back around and you had that one drink, it's just one drink. And you know that drink is what gets you. You take that one drink, hanging out with them people, and ain't no telling what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything you've been blessed with, you could lose. And there's a whole bunch of people downtown right now who could tell you their story, and it was about just what I was just telling you right now. You know, so it's just like when God take you out of this mess, you're going to have to stay out of this mess. And we all got stuff that we probably still dealing with. I know everybody want to come on social media and play that role like they perfection. You know what I'm saying? But that just ain't the case. We all got flaws. You know what I'm saying? But God got chosen ones who he chose because he know their heart. And that heart is thorough. You know, and I be scared of people who be saying that God know their heart at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking like, yo, yeah, God know your heart is not right. You know, would be the craziest people that say that. Yeah, but so I wanted to come here. So yeah, pretty much, man, listen. Basis of what I'm trying to say to you is you got to be able to validate yourself. And I'm gonna give you a story too about that. Okay, so I was dating this one girl, and I'm gonna say that I wasn't even totally fully being healed from the narcissistic relationship that I was in years before that. I had to take some time out. I healed myself. I got my body right. I got my mind right. I thought I was getting my stuff on spiritually too. I was getting my head right spiritually, but I still wasn't in a totally place where I should have probably been getting into a relationship. I should have still been just still focusing on myself. But I did get into a relationship, and it was peaches and cream at first like it usually be. But I was aware now. I was an awakened empath, probably still a wounded warrior. You know what I'm saying? Not full warrior, but wounded warrior. And I thought I was fully healed, but maybe not, because I see that this narcissist was seeing my wounds and she was coming for him like she was seen from the Damon rail, like somebody had gave her the rundown on me, like, okay, this was going, somebody gave her the playbook on me, you know? And I'm in a whole new city, so it was just like I had moved into a city, and it was like I was there for like a week, and I had met her, and it just seemed too good to be true, you know what I'm saying? It was like everything that I needed, she had at the time. Everything I had, she needed. So I'm not even to say that it wasn't even meant to be for the moment that it was meant to be, but then when it was time to go, it was time to go. And so, we doing a lot of different things for each other. I'm talking about if I'm with you or whatever the case may be. I ain't trying to brag or nothing like that, but, I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? If you around me, you going to be blessed too. That's just how it works. God just be sending blessings from all over the place dealing with me. That's just my life. That's just how I've been. I ain't young in the Christian game no more. I've been doing this for a minute, so I'm a little bit, there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? So we living good. But she narcissistic, so she got to try to devalue me, man. She come talking crazy, man. She started talking about me, man, down from my head to my toes. Man, she started talking about my hats. She started talking about my shoes, talking about my clothes, talking about my jewelry. She bought this chain, and she talked about this. She talked about anything that I got on. She talked about my cars, talk about my truck, talk about my everything. Just dog in front of people, in front of her niece and her daughter. They grown. Her other daughter, these kids, everything. She's just going off on me. And we all kind of looking like them, but you know how it is. Narcissists, they good actors. She had them believing it. They had just met me. She was telling them like, yo, I bought all his clothes, I pay all the bills, I do this, and I'm like, yo, I'm just sitting back like, I'm listening to it. But then, as she started seeing all this stuff, it just, how I fight it and combat narcissism now, because I'm able to see it, not like how it did when I didn't know about narcissism. Now I'm able to see the love bomb, the devaluation. So I'm like, okay. I'm almost looking at it from like an outside perspective now. I'm not. It's not even like me. Like I'm just stepped out of myself, looking at a situation like, oh, this is narcissism 101. This devaluation starting. So she must find her somebody, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm on game. But instantly, I was able to, I never gave her my validation because I was a wounded warrior and the things I've been through. She thought that I had allowed her to be my validation, but I didn't. I did not. I never stopped validating myself. And the more she validated me, the more I validated me. It was almost like I was becoming like a narcissist. You know why they say like a super empath? Yeah, I really did. Like, what do they call it? Like, when you go, whatever they call it, some crazy stuff. They got a name for it. But yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just, for one, you just be. It seemed like a movie. It was just like playing out right in front of me. I mean, the things that she was saying about me, it was just like crazy. Because where we was living at is like, even though almost everywhere I go, I got the best cars, the best house. I don't even want to say nothing because I don't want the people outside to be hating or jealous, but the best clothes, the best look. I ain't gonna say look the best because I'm old. Look at me. I'm not no young nigga. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? But I look good. I be looking good. You know what I'm saying? I stay looking good out here every day. I be looking like something. I ain't playing around. Riding good. I'm doing good. I'm not and I don't even got a regular job. I don't got no 9 to 5. I just do what I want to do. People probably think I sell drugs. I would never sell drugs. Why would I have to do that? I'm blessed. But yeah, that's a story for another day. The thing of it is, okay, so when she came with all of that, right? I just validated myself, but not only that, God was validating me. She was talking, but God was talking. And because I'm about to make a video about this, because see, that is a part of you that God talked to you from, that she was attacking me from. The part when somebody do that to you, they try to just shut you down, talk to you. They shutting down your communication with God. They killing your spirit. But I didn't let her do it though. I stood my ground, and I was proud of myself. I stood my ground. I was like, baby girl, I love myself. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm David Rambers. I'm a real ass nigga from Detroit, Michigan, baby, from the east side. You got me fucked up out here. Hey, but you shouldn't have to defend yourself, right? But my love for myself kicked right in. It was like, what? And God was validating me too, like, you my son. Like, yo, that's what the Spirit was telling me. Then I went to the Spirit realm and God was telling me that, man, like, yo, he was validating me, like, what she was saying don't mean nothing. Because what God is saying and what you saying is what means something. Let's fight these devils. Let's win. Let's preach the gospel. Let's cast out demons. Because that's what I'm going to do a video on that too, your purpose. So your purpose is preaching the gospel and casting out these demons. Everybody want to go out here and cook some barbecue. I got the barbecue business. Everybody want to go out here and sell some t-shirts. Sell some t-shirts. Everybody want to do this and do that. Do this and do that. All right, but the purpose, like everybody, because you got other purposes. Everybody, like Jesus was a carpenter. Everybody can't be preaching the gospel, or we ain't gonna have nowhere to live. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just only be preaching the gospel now. We gotta be doing other things too. You know what I'm saying? They always say be fruitful and multiply. So you gotta be doing something other than preaching the gospel and and casting out demons if you're gonna be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? But I think we should all be. You the chosen one. Like I hear everybody all talking about the chosen one. Well, if you the chosen one, baby, strap on your boots, baby, because we about to start preaching the gospel and casting out these demons, man. And when you ain't with that, probably ain't the chosen one. All right.
Deuces.